the end of this video, you're going to make a fish that is built out of shapes, but has some adjustments. So this is a basic triangle, but there's a little bit of adjustment here in the middle. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start a brand new document. We're going to use a letter size document, and we're going to get started with an ellipse. Now your fish that you make can be any color. I don't care what color it is. Well, we're going to start off with an ellipse, and I'm going to actually draw an eye next. And to make my eye perfectly spherical, I'm going to hold my shift key down. So I'm going to make it up here. There's a perfect sphere, and I'm holding my shift key down to make it. And I'm going to change the color and use my black arrow to move the eye in place. And then I do want another sphere that's perfectly spherical. That's a perfect circle. Hold my shift key down, click and drag a smaller circle, and then I can give this whatever color I want as well. So I'm going to use a dark green, and I'll use my move tool to move that in for the eye. So I'm just using basic shapes for this outside. Now I want 3 fins, and they're all triangles. So to use a triangle, I'm going to use my polygon tool and just tap it. We all know triangles have 3 sides. I'll hit OK, and there's a triangle. And I'm OK with that color. And it's making another fin, which is fine. So I want a fin on top. I want a fin as a tail. And I'm going to copy and paste one more fin down at the bottom. So now I'm going to adjust this a little bit. I have this tail, and this is the main part of the lesson. So we've been using this black arrow to select and move things, but the white arrow allows us to select this anchor point here at the end. So I just clicked on it. And now I'm going to click on it and drag it. So you can manipulate all of these shapes by clicking on the shape, click on the anchor, and then drag the anchor away, or drag the anchor in whatever direction you need to drag it. So all of the anchor points, again, you just click on the shape, you click on, then you can kind of see the word anchor pop up, and that's when you tap, and then you can drag that anchor and reposition the anchor. Sometimes I want more anchors. I would love to have an anchor in the middle, like right around here in the middle of this path. So to add an anchor, I'm going to hit the plus key on my keyboard. If I hit the plus, my mouse changes to like a pen with a plus, and I'm on this path, and you can see it says intersect or path, and I'm just going to click. And there's another anchor. And with that anchor, I can go back to my white direct selection tool, click on that anchor, and then I can move that anchor where I want to. Now this is cool because it has this little dot here, and I can, if I click and drag, it rounds this fin up a little bit. So now I have an additional point that became available, and that allows me to round this up. So again, to add any kind of anchor, I'm going to add one to this fin down here. I want to hit the plus on my keyboard and click on the path, and now it adds anchor that I can adjust a little bit to make my fins. And then again, I have this extra dot. I'm not going to use it, but that will round up this area. I kind of like it the way it is right there. So you have some abilities. Now, just the same way that you add an anchor point, you can take one away. So if I hit the minus sign, I can click on that point and take that away. I like that though, so I'm going to put that back just by doing an undo. So Control Z will allow me to undo, or there's an edit undo. So the other thing that I want to do is make the mouth. So I have like a little smiley face or a little mouth on this fish, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing. So with my adding tool, so I just hit the plus on my keyboard, I'm actually going to go to the path where his mouth is, but I'm going to add 3 anchor points right in a row. So watch my screen. In fact, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I click on this path, I'm going to click again and click again. So I have 3 anchor points, and I'm going to go to this middle one, click on it once, and then drag it in, and I have a little bit of a mouth. Now, this mouth has handles, and it says handle over top the handle, and it says anchor over top the anchor. And that allows me to change the expression of this face. So if I want him to have like a cuter smile look, I can change, or if, you know, I can take these handles and move them in different directions to get different expressions on my fish. And that is working with the anchor points on an object to manipulate the shape so that it's not a perfect sphere anymore. I do have this hunk in there by adding extra anchor points and then moving them around.